Hey guys, this is Commander Video here. Welcome back to another video, and today we're doing Posty versus Lozano election prediction. So let's get into this. So Posty is a populist. He's reasonable. And Linden is an urban center, so that's why Washington has the most electoral votes out of any state. So that's why Posty's gonna win Washington and pretty much gonna win the entire election because of it. Just Washington is just so urban. Linden is so urban in Lupa County, like right there. Lupa County is right there, and Linden is right there. It's so urban, and it's so reasonable. And Posty's gonna win in a landslide over Lozano. Lozano has no appeal in Washington. Only Jay Inslee could win Washington. I think Montana would go to Lozano because of farmers. They're mad with Trump, and Lozano's conservative, so it's reasonable that he wins Montana. And he wins North and South Dakota pretty much for the same reason, because the farmers are pissed off with Trump, and that's unreasonable. By the way, the electoral map is the electoral map from the future. This is pretty much 100 years how the electoral map is gonna look like, pretty much. So Colorado goes to Lozano because all Lozano's always high up his ass, thinking about the stupid shit he says. So of course he's gonna win Colorado. And he's gonna win New Mexico because Lozano gets the Hispanic, because Hispanics never vote me, but they never do. He wins Texas because it's growing super fast, so of course Lozano's gonna win. Plus this is a home state, he's obviously gonna win huge. There's all the reason Republicans never win Hispanics, only Democrats, so it's reasonable. And obviously he wins Louisiana and Kentucky because they're blue states now, and Posty wins Mississippi because Mississippi is the most racist state in the country, so it's reasonable. Michigan and Minnesota go for Posty because they're just weird states, Minnesota, they're weird, and Posty's very weird, with a thing he likes, he likes Trudy Inslee, and that's really weird. I don't know why Posty does. But it's reasonable. Minnesota likes weird people, so of course Posty wins those two states. I think Alabama's pretty much safe, Fred, with Lozano, because Doug Jones is gonna do a bunch of naked rallies with Lozano everywhere in the state. It's gonna be reasonable. Alabama's safe because Lozano just has this weird addiction with Doug Jones because he's obviously gonna win. He has a chance, obviously, so it's reasonable. And West Virginia goes to Posty because he's a populist. He loves populism, and this is reasonable. Lozano's just establishment. He's unreasonable. Florida goes to Lozano. The Hispanics, they never vote Republican. They never do, so it's reasonable. Florida's obviously be like 99% Hispanic. It's reasonable. And Lozano obviously gets the Nick Fuentes endorsement, so it's reasonable. He also wins Georgia because Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams does a bunch of naked rallies with Lozano in Georgia. It's reasonable. In the suburbs, they're all going to go for Lozano because it's reasonable. North Carolina goes to Lozano because the healthcare bill is more reasonable than Posty. Posty has an unreasonable healthcare. It's unreasonable. It's bullshit. Posty wins Wisconsin just simply because, Red Eagle's going to be doing a bunch of naked rallies there for him. So it's reasonable. Lozano obviously is gonna win Kansas. I mean, Lozano's conservative, but and there's all the socialists in Kansas obviously gonna come out of it because Lozano said he's gonna vote socialist over Republican because he's reasonable. Posty wins Missouri. You just Posty wins Missouri. That's it. Just Posty wins Missouri. But South Carolina, it's gonna go blue because Lozano said it's gonna go blue sooner or later. So of course it's gonna go for Lozano because he's reasonable. And Doug Jones is gonna be doing a bunch of rallies here because of course Doug Jones actually has a chance of winning because it's reasonable. Now, Posty is gonna win New Jersey because Chris, he's a waste of oxygen. You know what? Chris is a waste of oxygen, right? And Chris is not a real patriot, and Posty is a real patriot. Posty is actually a real patriot compared to Chris. And so, Chris would endorse Lozano, but it wouldn't help him in New Jersey. It would hurt Lozano terribly in New Jersey. And no one likes Chris in New Jersey. They think he's a waste of oxygen, so it's reasonable. And, Delaware is going to go red for Posty. I mean, Finnegan's just going to be doing a bunch of naked rallies there for Posty. It's reasonable. Now, New York goes to Lozano because Kevin will just act stupid like he always does and endorse Lozano because, Kevin's kind of retarded with the women he likes, the things he does, his name. Pretty much everything about Kevin is weird, and it's just going to hurt it's gonna hurt Lozano in the long run. So it's reasonable. Now Pennsylvania, as we all know, very racist state, Pennsylvania. It's very racist. It's home to one of the most racist people in the country, Mike and Josh. They're very racist people, so of course Pennsylvania is gonna go red. This is ridiculous. Posty's racist. He is unreasonable. That's why he's not winning almost no states in the South, because Lozano's gonna get 99% of black votes because it's reasonable. Because LBJ said they're gonna have the black people vote for Democrat for 200 years, so it's reasonable. And Posty wins Connecticut, or else 9/11 will be mad because it's unreasonable. So the final map is Posty wins 900 electoral votes and Lozano wins 421. And it's a very reasonable map. Posty does well in parts where he says he's gonna do well. Lozano does parts in places where he's gonna do well. Lozano's obviously like, Hispanics never gonna vote Republican. There's a lot of people moving to these places, so of course they're gonna go blue because it's reasonable. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Fuck you, Lozano. Fuck you, Posty. You two are very weird people. I don't even know why you guys argue so much. And I'll see you all in the next video. Swalwell's gonna come for you.